All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Why is that countdown thing here? Hang on, let me just get rid of this. Countdown is done. Now get out of here. Get out of here, you. Okay, there we go. What's going on? Da Creepy, thank you very much for the Subaru on SebiWebs TV. The Ace of Spades, thank you for the 59 months. These background tunes are smooth. Thank you very much, Singe Death. Appreciate that. All right, guys, welcome in. I will respond to everyone's chats in a bit, but first I just got to say, wish me luck. Hang on, get out of here. Get this out of here. Okay, good. Sorry about last YouTube stream. The multi-stream seemed to go fine until the game Mouthwashing began, and then it basically crashed non-stop. So I'm not sure if that was an issue with the game itself, but my friend Bang and I, we set up Restream. Hang on, what are you doing? We set up Restream, and hopefully that works better today. All right, Billy, you want to be on the screen? He's jumping around on my desk. Billy, no, not the salute, Billy, no. Okay, thank you. Also, thank you for the primes, Jeff Dad Streams, Zippo, and Peanut. Thank you very much for the resubs. Welcome in. Ah, yes, clearly it was hardware limitations. Billy, you want to say hello to chat? So, here's what we're going to do today. Oh God, help! Oh no! He's kung fu kicking me in the throat. Billy, no! Billy, I'm sorry I tased you. I'm sorry I shock collared you into sitting still for 6 hours. Oh, God. All right, Billy, off you go on your bed. Here you go, mate. Sit in your little cat bed. There you go. He's got a little cat tree bed next to the desk. Yes, that's why you should tune into the live streams of SebiWebs TV, ladies and gentlemen. You don't know what's going to happen next. I'm just giving him lots of pats to appease his lordship. Yeah, so, we will continue with mouthwashing today, although there's two interesting pieces of news to talk about regarding Expedition 33. One is that it got, snubbed by the Grammy Awards. Crimson! Thank you for the 100 BTD! games like Star Wars Outlaws and Helldivers 2 got nominated for Grammys, but not E33. No bites. No, stop it. Sorry, my cat's biting me. No, stop it. You're right, you can sit there. We get the shock collar. Why? I don't know. I honestly don't know. Of all the things, that's one thing it shouldn't have gotten snubbed for. I mean, I can't really think of what their logic for that is. But it's not a good look for them, and really, who cares about awards anyway? We all know. We all know, you know, that it is one of the most iconic soundtracks of all time, you could say, really. And definitely, probably the most iconic soundtrack of 2025 in video games. Also, we have, there's been debates regarding, you know, whether that game revived the genre or not. We all saw what Shroud said about this game, which is fine, you know, he's entitled to his own opinion. Although he should probably play it before having an opinion on it. But it's all good, you know, I cast no shade. And we saw Stormfall do a retweet of his talking about how E33 revived the genre, and that's also been blowing up Twitter. And as someone who had the FF JRPG side of Twitter angry at them about 2 weeks ago, well, we're seeing it happen to her. But you know what? She's handling it very bloody well. So, yes, we'll have a look at that tweet and talk about that too. Now, before we continue, let me welcome you all in, guys. How is the YouTube stream going? All of you in the YouTube chat, is it going okay? Is it like, are we at 720p, or is it capable of 1080? Is it stuttering, lagging, whatever? And on Twitch, how are you guys as well? Because I've never used Restream before. The stream goes directly to that website, and I think it splits it through that. So I don't know if now suddenly I've got half quality on everything. So yeah. And that's the thing, Torius. It didn't revive the genre. It brought it back into normie space. That's exactly what it is. And I think that's what she's getting at too. And I think she even clarifies it in a later response, which is that, yeah, of course, JRPGs and turn-based games like that were always still around, but they were niche. Could be a big niche, you know, Persona, Metaphor, it's a very big niche, but it is a niche. The anime aesthetic turns off a lot of people right off the bat. It's not as universal as just like straight up realistic AAA 3D. It's not. And it's even truer for the pixel games like, say, Octopath Traveler, the low poly 3D games like Bravely Default and Dragon Quest, and yeah, anime cel shaded games like Persona 5 and so on and so forth. Not saying they're bad, but we would be lying to ourselves to say that those are mainstream smash hits in the same that E33 is, and will continue to be, by the way. It's one of the games. So, YouTube stream hasn't started yet for you. I'm seeing people in the YouTube chat though. Anyway, before we continue, enough fucking about. Let me welcome you all in. Right Ezra, Ariandita, Judge Banks, Zagarapido, Daniel Cosby. You're on 1080p 60? Fuck. Clippy Weezer, Octopath 2 is peak. I would like to stream that at some point, actually. The art style alone is quite intriguing to me, and I hear the music is really good too. Astrovex, welcome in. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, anime is huge, but it's like a huge niche. It's not mainstream. And if you want me to drive the point home, if The Last of Us 1 or God of War 4, when they came out, if they were anime cel-shaded games, they would not be the massive hits that we know them to be today. They wouldn't be, and you know they won't be. So, enough fucking about Wolfie. Welcome in. Crimson Orc, how are ya? Crandall Naz, what's going on? Another one bites the dusty. YouTube is online? Good. Moose Cat, welcome in. You clicked into the waiting room. I don't know. I don't even know what that is. I don't know how YouTube live streaming works. But welcome in, Vicky. Welcome in, Katie. Torius, you fucking dog. Always good to see you, mate. And I've already responded to your chat, mate. So, Bald Eagle, what's going on? Pie Diddley, how are you? Your mum just came in and she says I'm hot. Pie Diddley. Well, hello, Mrs. Diddley. You know, I accept the compliment. I appreciate that. Sebby out there slaying people's mums. I shouldn't say that, sorry. All right, let's continue. Kotakes, welcome in. Thank you for enjoying the kitten, guys. Xenoquake, how are ya? Xbox Gut, what's going on? Zilla Prime, GoldenEye, Future Caro, Dragoon and Nighty. I probably said your name, but I'll say it again. All right, so fuck. All right, sorry if I missed any chats, guys. It's hard enough for me to stay on top of, what am I trying to say? Twitch stream chat alone, but then combining that with YouTube chat is just even harder. It's just even harder. So apologies if I miss more chats than usual. I'm trying here. Friendly black guy. Sounds like a conspiracy against E33 music. I can just imagine that, like, look, here's the thing, right? E33 is quite revolutionary, and it's a massive nuclear bomb in the JRPG space, especially in the Final Fantasy space, because it shows you that FF did not have to be a mixed bag of expensive disappointments for the last 20 years. It shows it never had to be that way. It shows that entire phase is actually kind of a mistake, everything after 10. And it also is offensive to people who love games like, say, Persona, Metaphor, Octopath, Bravely Default, Dragon Quest. They love those, and yet those games just never had the mainstream success that E33 had. And as I say, Persona 5 maybe had the biggest one, but it's still an anime cel-shaded game. It's still a niche, even if it's a giant niche. And from what everyone who's told me has said, this game is not, how would I say, efficiently written. All right, Persona 5 is not famous for its dialogue efficiency. How about that? All right, I've seen people stream that game for literally a year straight. And I as much as I hear it's really good and might one day want to stream it, I don't have a spare 6 months to stream that game. I might do Metaphor though one day. So, alright, welcome in. Bang TTS, you son of a bitch. Guys, also follow my man Bang. He's the guy who helped me set up Restream today. And hopefully things go okay. The real test will be mouthwashing, because it was sort of fine when we were just responding to the Twitter drama earlier, just like, you know, internet browsers. But when we started the game, that's when things started crashing. So, and you know, Bang, maybe I just realized in hindsight, maybe we should have actually tested that with the game. We should have opened the game before doing that. But we'll you know what? Fuck it, we'll do it live, as they say. Lucy Fell, welcome in. Welcome in. I appreciate that, Daniel. So, all right, let's see. You hope E33 will be Game of the Year, Pixel? Here's the thing, I think it should win both joystick and it should win VGA. If it doesn't, it also doesn't really matter. So that solidifies it as an underdog. That makes both those video game awards ceremonies look corrupt and rigged, and it just makes them look like a bunch of industry shills, to be perfectly honest. It looks like they're just trying to not get on Sony's bad side or Square's bad side by doing such a thing. That's what it would look like. And the thing is, I don't care. I don't care. I mean, I know for a fact I'm never getting a sponsorship in that sphere. We'll never get backstage passes, never get event invites, never get free shit, never get early access, never get dev interviews, whatever. And I don't care. I never wanted any of that to begin with. All I have ever wanted is for the games to be good. For them to be as good as they possibly can be. Because if they're not good, then what the fuck are we even doing here? Why are we even playing them? Why are we even content creators? What's the point of being a content creator if not to stream, if not to play the best games ever, your favorite games, and promote your favorite games? What's the point? Just play games you don't like and pretend they're good, and then try and trick other people into buying them? Who fucking cares? Now, if you actually like them, sure, but I don't, so I'm not gonna do that. So anyway, I don't know. It's irrelevant to me. It's irrelevant to me. So. Miles' strongest weapon. Medallum is probably the best bet, first off. Ghost Rabbit, welcome in. Thank you for catching the YouTube live streameroo. Why couldn't 15, 16 be like... What is Relink? I know that name. There's a lot of filler in Persona 5. Fuck. Alpacalypse, I didn't test it. I was tired, man. I was tired, alright? I'd streamed in a long time. Lady Money, welcome in. Persona follows the anime rule of don't show but tell, and painstaking repetitive detail. It's weird. I don't know why they're like that. Maybe the visual novel thing is a meta and they just mesh that into everything. Seems like AAA gaming spaces and voters are conspiring against a AA game winning OST out of fear of embarrassment. Well, the thing is, the embarrassment's already there, you know. The secret's out of the bag. The story's there for everyone to see. We all know it. We all know it, you know what I mean? The damage control is only a bad look at this point. Is that bloody Seren Eros? Thank you very much for that, Raidery. Guys, please chuck a follow to the very lovely Seren Eros. I've known her probably as long as I've been streaming. And she's a lovely VTuber with a very sultry voice, and also does a lot of gothic horror stuff. Does quite a bit of Dead by Daylight. What's that game where you play as the killers and you're hunting down teens and putting them on spike trees? I think that's it. I don't play it, so I don't know, but she's a lot of fun. Check her out. Thank you for that raid. 510, you think the reason it got snubbed is because the soundtrack doesn't have an official release yet? Hey, hold on. 510. This might actually be a good technical answer for this. You think the reason E33 got snubbed is because the soundtrack doesn't have an official album release yet, and that's one of the criteria to be nominated, and the album won't be out until February 26th. I'll tell you what, thing is, 510, I can actually believe that. I mean, if it's simply... because I don't see what... How would I say? If Sony was sponsoring these awards, I can understand it, but these are the bloody Grammys, you know what I mean? Like, they probably... They're like a separate world from the video game industry. Like, I doubt the Grammys are run by people who love Rebirth and are offended that E33 crushed it in sales, you know, or FF16 and stuff. I could believe it as a technicality thing, which means that it would then be up for release, up for a nomination next year. I don't know, man. I don't know. So, but Spotify, YouTube, as I say, I don't know how the music industry works, and it could be just weird technicalities like that. I really don't know. All right, let's continue. Persona is popular because there's 80% Japanese high school simulator. Well, you know, Peanut, I remember reading this. Is that bloody It's Capri? It's Capri! Haven't seen you in a bloody million years. How have you been? Sorry, I nearly missed your chat there. Capri, it's hard for me to keep up with chat these days. Twitch alone is busy enough, and now I've got YouTube chat going as well. But I hope you're alright, Capri. Hope you're alright, mate. It's been a while. Did you miss the game? Not yet. Not yet. So, Dispatch, I'm waiting for all the chapters to come out. What the fuck? It's on me. Welcome in, how are ya? So, alright. Let me catch up with chat here and try and respond. Where was I? No, I was watching this documentary saying that there's a reason that so many animes and games are set in high school, because for many Japanese people that was kind of the freest, lowest pressure, best time of their life, which is quite a sad thing to think about. But I can also, from everything that I've heard about the work culture there, the lifestyle there, I can totally see it. I can totally see that there's a romanticization for things to go back to that day. The thing is, I don't really care. I don't really want to play games where I'm in school. Like, I like games where I'm either on an alien planet and everything's sci-fi as fuck, or I'm in some fantasy world and I'm literally in a fantasy world, you know, shit like, as I say, the Final Fantasy when it was good. I mean, that's science fantasy. That's like both. Or say like Dark Souls, say like Mass Effect. I would love to do The Witcher 3, and I would love to do Mass Effect 3. I actually need to play those games at some point. But I get the feeling those will be pretty cool set of streams. So, you know, I mean, even bloody Conan O'Brien had that thing where he's like, you know, okay, I'm gonna read the blurb of this game. This is real. Go to school, hold down a part-time job, hang out with your friends, and do homework. Wow. What an epic fantasy that we've all wanted to live. You know, you know what I mean? So, I mean, and I actually think he's got a point there. But then again, if Persona is, it seems like it's the game that pulled that off the best. You know, you are like in this weird high school thing, but there's also interdimensional demons and stuff and so on and so forth. And I have a friend who doesn't like anime games, and he said he played the fuck out of that for like 3 months straight. So he said he couldn't stop playing. So it's clearly done something right. Dark Red Orozu, thank you for the subity. I appreciate that. Capri, glad to see my success. Oh, you get out of here. Been busy with school and work, so totally went offline. I mean, honestly, Capri, that's a better decision than being a streamer. I would say with streaming and YouTubing, it's the answer. If anyone ever wants to be a YouTuber or a streamer, I'll give you the same answer that Bryan Cranston gave someone when they asked if they should be an actor. And the answer is, if you can imagine yourself being happy doing literally anything else, then do that instead. All right. Don't do it for the money. Don't do it for the views. because that motivation won't sustain you when the views are down and the money is low, which will be, let me think, like most of your time online. So you need to just do it because you love it, man. Do it for the game. Do it for the sheer love of it. The passion, the craft. Ebenhart, welcome in, guys. Also, Chakaroe follow. All right. Crossover between music creators and gaming industry music. The big music industry is trying to monopolize and unionize the music part of the gaming industry so they own it. Fuck, as Clive would say. So, all right, Alien Isolation stream, Louis. You can see my Alien Isolation compilations. I've got 2 jump scare compilations from Alien Isolation. They are, just type in Sebi Webs, Alien Isolation, you'll find them both. Also, that's when I had a fart sound effect on my stream. Oh, how times have changed. But my viewers are very good at timing that fart during the jump scares, so it looks like I'm farting in the middle of them or right after them. It's so stupid. It's so mature. So, all right. Metaphor Ray Fantasio is the best Persona game, Chaos Breaker. Well, what interests me in that is people say, 1, it has one of the best villains in JRPGs, and 2, it's shorter than Persona, which, believe it or not, that's a big sell for me. I've also seen people stream it like Milky Note, and I was looking at some of the boss designs, and I was like, these look absolutely fucked up. These things are terrifying. What am I even looking at? Is that Melody X? Oh, welcome back. Yeah, I shouldn't say you fucking minge. That's not polite. But guys, chuck out a wee follow. Lovely wee lady from Scotland. Metaphor is overrated as fuck, Gasparoni. Well, Metaphor won all the video game awards that FF7 Rebirth was nominated for, so technically that's a better game. Think about that, mate. I mean, honestly, I don't know. I'd never heard of that game until Rebirth came out. So, Katie Landry, you're too chicken to play Alien Isolation, let alone watch it without scrolling down. It's a scary game. It's a scary game. It's very intense. Yeah, no, it's good. One thing I really liked about Isolation, right? Alien Isolation, is it respected the aesthetic of the original Alien movies. And this is something that a major complaint a lot of people had about, say, like Prometheus and stuff, is that Barker Luca, thank you for the Primu. Thank you. A problem with Alien Prometheus is that everyone's using like holograms and touch screens, you know, and touch pads and all that. And it's like, this is not the alien technology aesthetic. Like when you look at Alien and Aliens, yes, they're these gigantic, huge ships traveling through space, but you look at their PCs, it's like out of the 80s, it's like out of the 70s. It's like the black screens are just the most basic, you know, Windows 85 like interface and all that. And I think that's part of what makes it so scary, is that there is something, it's almost like steampunk version of computers or something. I don't know, it adds to a claustrophobia, it makes it feel more helpless, it puts it more in that time period. It's like an interesting vision of the future that will never happen. Because if we ever do reach like that level of space exploration, we're not going to be using Windows, 75. We're going to be using the tech we have today. So Dangerous Ace, you reckon I'll like Shin Megami Tensei 4? No. I've only got enough patience for one. I've got enough patience for one. If I only start streaming anime JRPGs, this will turn into a very different channel. I think I can get away with one. So, the radar beeps and alien bang. Yeah, you want that shitty technology because it just makes you feel weaker against these things. Yeah. So, 70s, 80s technology, but the futurism held up for so long, our cannabis. Yeah, and it's interesting seeing ideas of what the future would look like that from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. You know what I mean? Like the Matrix, man. Everyone's just got like, the Matrix is so advanced by today's standards. Like this is like 100 years in the future with nanomachines, son. You know, but they're still using flip phones. Like Morpheus is like flip phone with its actual buttons, you know, like this is futuristic tech. Moogie! Well. I'll bet you're gay. Is that your impression of Clive from FF16? Thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. So, makes it more relatable. You know what it is to use those computers, not the weird screens and whatnot, Capri. Yeah, you know, and Minority Report is an interesting movie with Tom Cruise, because that's 2002, but that actually predates the touch screens and everything that we use today and stuff. So that's an interesting example of a movie actually somewhat nailing the aesthetic to an extent. And also the immediate facial capture, like all the cameras recognizing your face and stuff, which is quite funny because Tom Cruise, I think he scoops his eyes out in the movie and gets them replaced with someone else's so he can't be recognized and stuff. Because they'll do stuff like, he'll just be walking down the street and a hologram, like a screen advertisement will just be like, Tom Cruise! Did you know that you can get a better shave with Gillette's razors? It's just like really weird. The ads recognize your... They recognize you exactly and then call your name out and then try to sell a product to you. It's really... It's actually a very cool movie, and if they could do that today, they would. As in, if they could have ads like literally say your name and try to sell you things directly, they would do that. So, bro, make the best Expedition 33 content for real. Oh, you Indigo Prophecy. Nah, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I'm looking forward to the DLC when that drops. Yeah, mouthwashing Squiggy. Oh, it's gonna be big. Monty Rick, thank you for that Primu. All right, let's catch up. The aesthetic I'm describing is NASA punctorious. Oh, I see what you mean. So it's like the idea, yeah, when NASA was sort of the meta, you know, when we faked the moon landing back in Stanley Kubrick's basement, you know, obviously we can't land there because Earth is flat. So, but you mean that aesthetic, you know, according to the official Illuminati story, the narrative. So, The Matrix was simulating the 90s. Oh, you can say that, Mega. That's a good answer. Yeah. Gotta have fun with this game. It's a wild ride. Yeah, no, well, I did a bit of... I got halfway through mouthwashing last stream. And I think... What's her face? I've forgotten the woman's name, but she's locked herself in the room with Curly. And then, yeah, we gotta sort that out, so... Megamon has mentioned me a lot lately doing his Jackbox streams. I'd be good at hearsay. I don't know what hearsay is. What are the rules of that? Yeah. Hello, Megamon. He's a good bloke. Waleed Angel, any games I'm looking forward to in 2026? Honestly, I'm happy to just roll with things. For me, look, I think the next big channel pops for my stream, for my YouTube, are probably going to be Expedition 33 DLC, and of course Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3. But you know what? That's like 27. That's 2027, all right. That's like... Part 3 for me is like... Saiyan Saga, all right? It's like in DBZ where they know that Nappa and Raditz are gonna land on Earth in 2 years. They know that they're gonna have shit you wouldn't believe, and all we can do is just train until then. All right? So basically I got 2 years in the hyperbolic time chamber to be prepared for that, but it's all right because Rebirth blindsided me, I would say. Remake I was on autopilot through, realized how bad it was. Or later on, the more I thought about it. Rebirth blindsided me, and just look what it's done to me, all right? Look what that game has done to me. Part 3, at least, is going to be bad in ways that no one can possibly predict, but at least I'll be more prepared for it. So, but anyway, we're not going to talk about that. We all know what I think about that, so... Pablito, can companies like Square overcome their pride once they've gone down this pit to make something with truth and heart, or will they keep doubling down from the backlash to the world's end, Pablito? Well, I just think that, I think that Bitter Lem is just subbed with a Prime, and for that I thank you. Thanks, Bitter Lem. I think that, if Square wants to course correct in terms of, like, their games, they've got to listen... They can't only listen to what the rabid section of their fan base says. They can't only listen to that praise. Because there's a section of the FF fan base who, their only standard is that the game be called Final Fantasy. Alright, they'll just buy anything. They're more concerned with which character is banging the other character. They're more concerned with which character the main character is banging than the quality of the storytelling and the game itself. Square seems to be making games for that crowd, and you know, that's fine, but that's not actually a very big crowd. If they're wondering why their games are underperforming and underselling, that's why. They've got to also stop making games that are like, how would I say, games like FF16 that are called Final Fantasy in order to trick the OG fans into buying it, but are really just aimed at like a bunch of other gaming audiences. And are mostly unsuccessful at getting those too. All right. Every modern Final Fantasy is bad in it for a different set of reasons. So, underwater, you usually get your gaming news from the Game Awards gaming trailers. Okay, yeah, no, I do like the trailers at the Game Awards. I think they're cool. So, also welcome in Stunted. Square, here's the thing, right? Here's why Square should make its games for the OG fans, okay? Because, one, you're gonna get the new fans anyway. You know why? Because they will buy anything that's called Final Fantasy, alright? You've already got them. You don't need to worry about the mainstream crowd or whatever. You don't need to worry about the FIFA crowd or the Call of Duty crowd, okay? I think that ship sailed. They're not interested in FF, and they never will be, okay? Just go for the OG fans. And the thing is, when the game is good enough, when it's universally considered good enough, it gets the mainstream fans anyway. There's a reason OG FF7 was mainstream successful. There's a reason that Chrono Trigger was mainstream successful. FF10 was mainstream successful. And there's a reason that FF13, 15, 16, and Rebirth are not. There's a reason they are not mainstream successful, and they will not be looked back upon as like underappreciated masterpieces. All right, they're not. It's not true. Yeah, and, let's see. Also, if they go for the OG fans, they'll basically monopolize the market. Alright, there's a reason that Expedition 33 came out of nowhere. You can make arguments for it not being a perfect game. Sure, fine. What have you got to compare it to? Oh, nothing? Yeah, didn't think so, okay? Because the last time we saw a turn-based JRPG that, I guess you could say, had mainstream success or had mainstream appeal, it was basically FF10. All right, that was like 20 years ago. You know, all the other ones, like as I say, Bravely Default, Octopath, Persona, yeah, they're big in their niches, but they didn't grab the mainstream. You could argue that Metaphor Persona grabbed the entire anime niche, but it's still a niche, big as it is. Old Schoolist, thank you for the super chatteroo. 13-2. I've heard 13-2's story is good, but the problem with that is that you have to play 13-1 to get there, and no one wants to do that. Let me put it this way. Anyone who likes 13, let me ask you this. Let's say you have a friend who wants to get into the Final Fantasy series. Do you tell them to start on 13? Be honest, mate. The answer is no, you don't, because if you do, then that will guarantee that they will never play another FF game for the rest of their life, and they will also never trust your taste in games ever again. So yeah, no. So it doesn't matter that it's your favorite. We got to be honest about these things. Il Zero, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. All right, Michael Lopriori, welcome in. Luffy, welcome in. FF15 was fun. Look, I played 100 hours of FF15. I did. I also wouldn't recommend it to anyone. So, all right. Let's catch up. You loved FF10 but couldn't play 13, felt like a slog. Well, 13, right, like... Here's the thing. Here's the difference in the quality of the writing, or just like the characterization of it, or how serious it's being taken, right? When Yuna in FF10 summons, you know, an Aeon, she treats them all with like respect and reverence. Even if it's something like the very first one you get, the weakest one, Valifor, she still treats it with this great deference and respect, because these are basically demigods that are helping you fight demons and stuff. Now, in FF13, when Sars, the guy with the afro that has a chocobo living in it, when he summons his Aeon, his demigod, it like lands and he's like, huh, about time you showed up. So this is millennial writing, all right? If you showed that to someone and told them that that was from Concord or Dustborn, they would probably believe you, all right? It would not look out of place. It's just stupid, man. It's just crap. And is that a small detail? Sure, but the devil is in the details. A moment like that tells me that the writers are out of touch and they are trying too hard, you know. So yeah, I'm sorry. Yosha, welcome in. And yes, I know, Saz is supposed to be a good character, you know, he's doing it for his son, yeah, sure, but that moment like that just pulls me right out. And the thing is, moments like that do matter. Dragon Age Veilguard was killed. It was dead because of two scenes. One, where Tash sits down and is like, so I'm non-binary. And then her mum's like, what does that mean? And then Tash just explodes in her face, you know, just for asking her to clarify, just for trying to understand. And the other one was where, I think someone calls Tash by the wrong pronoun, and an apology is not good enough, all right? It's not good enough. She has to pull above, and you have to do like 10 push-ups. And then I think someone else accidentally eats a cheese wand, and then she says, no, it's fine. I'm pulling a barv. And then they do it twice in the same scene, all right? Like, those two scenes killed Dragon Age Veilguard because it basically told you everything about who wrote these games, you know. And I don't care what your politics are, but my god, do not ham-fist them into the game at the expense of the storytelling and the craft. My god, this is why no one cares that Metal Gear Solid is political, because it's not at the expense of the craft. In fact, it enhances it, you know. So yeah, it's just shit like that and stuff. Anyway, let's continue. Persian Air, welcome in, welcome in. You don't understand how Square got worse at writing female characters when you compare the ones in 6 to 10 to 15 to 16. That's, yeah, I mean, Aranea Highwind was cool. Jill was alright. She's just boring, to be honest. Benedicta I don't like. She's just, her whole story is just a reskin of Yotsuyu, one of the worst characters in FF14, you know. And also, it doesn't help that her first line is, "You conk." It's like, oh, okay, alright, well, I guess this writing for this game is going to be shit. Also, Old Schoolist, thank you very much for the $5 super chat. 13's linearity feels worse than FF10's because it lacks towns, side quests, NPCs, and exploration. It's cutscene, hallway, fight 90% of the game. That's sad to know, yeah. Because when people say the problem with 13 is that it's linear, 10 is linear, but it gets away with it. I haven't played 13, and I probably also never will, because life's too short, and no one on their deathbed says, by gosh, if only I'd played FF13. All right. No, I highly doubt I'm ever going to say that in my life. Every time I've looked at 13 over the years, I'm like, yeah, nothing about this grabs me. So, yeah. Is Yotsuyu worse than Wook? Well, Wook is not technically an FF14 villain, but she is kind of like symbolic of everything wrong with 14. She is like the face. Wook is like Wook kind of did more damage to 14 than any of the actual villains in the MSQ did, which is hilarious when you think about it. Yeah, your sister experienced playing Veilguard, and she's disappointed how they destroyed the world building in the previous titles. Yeah, see, I haven't even played Dragon Age, but I know that it's dead because of Veilguard. It's just destroyed because of that. Yeah, exactly, Michael. What you're saying about Metal Gear. The game writers owe us a barv. I fucking love pulling a barv. I actually think it's like one of the funniest memes I've seen. So, Squaresoft Golden JRPG era after Sakaguchi got involved with the series. Yeah, no, exactly. I agree, Squaresoft. It's interesting because Sakaguchi, when he's given full creative reign, from what I've seen, actually creates FF9. That's his favorite aesthetic from what we've seen. The adult, mature, gritty, edgy aesthetic, I think actually comes from Katase. Am I right? Can anyone confirm this? I think Katase likes the aesthetic of like 7 and 8. And in a lot of ways, 7 is a compromise because you get Sakaguchi's sort of sprite look on the when they're not in battle or cutscenes. Yeah, and I guess Nomura, when Sakaguchi is reining him in, also does some amazing work. I still think Nomura is a great character design, even without Sakaguchi. So, Jasmine just giving Sebi the coolest streamers and his fans a super big bag of love and joy. Oh, you Jasmine, get out of here. Welcome in. Welcome in. All right, sorry if I'm behind on chat. Let's catch up over here. Tash sounds like someone's angry imagined version of a person, Capri. Yeah. Tash is interesting as well. She's also she's also symbolic of like everything that's wrong with modern gaming, in a way. Thanes, thank you for the 100 bits. I played the original of FF14, and it was the worst dog shit I've ever experienced. I swore off ever trying Realm Reborn. Yeah, I mean, look, Thanes, anyone who says that FF14 is the greatest story in Final Fantasy or the greatest story in video game history has probably never played any other games, all right? They probably just played too much FF14. It's not. It's got some strong scenes, I would say. Shadowbringers is probably the best story out of them all. Endwalker has some good scenes. Heaven's Ward is a good scene or two. Realm Reborn has some memorable scenes and moments, but it is immensely bloated. Immensely bloated. It's just not good storytelling. It's too afraid to kill off main characters. It can't even keep Nanamo dead, so you know what I mean? Because it's modern Square, and they're scared of I think they make their games for the, how would I say, the fan fiction, fan art section of their community. Firaxis, welcome in. Kotakis, you love that guy, even if he's played as the comic relief guy a few times. That's what I mean. People like Saz, even though I'm sorry. As soon as I saw about time you showed up, I just thought, oh wow, this is Concord 13. Floppy chest balls, welcome in. Did I just refer to Tash as she? Oh my god, you're right. I'm sorry. No, wait. An apology won't be enough. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, I'm pulling above. Hey, look, Ma, I'm pulling above. So it's all right. There we go. I fixed it. Oh, I'm so sorry. Billy's sitting in his bed, just looking at me like. I'm sorry, Billy. Was I scaring you by pulling above? Oh, I should be pulling a bill now. So, yeah. Anyway. Mega! Thank you for the tier 3 subscription-aroo! The guy who salvaged FF15 did an okay job giving the shit show that Nomura left it. Hire him to salvage part 3. There is no salvaging part 3 of FF7R. You just gotta... They just gotta knock it out, just get it done, never talk about it again, and pretend it never happened. Alright, that's it. And then one day someone can use AI to remake FF7. And anyone who says, won't that take jobs from real people? No, because the jobs to remake FF7 properly will never exist, alright? Problem solved. If someone did that, I would lose absolutely no sleep over it. Everoni, thank you for the 39-month-aroo! I appreciate that. Nuno Brown, welcome in. Eben, you're gonna boot up Veilguard just out of spite, Eben. Lamau. Oh, God. Desi Mando, you don't think Sakaguchi coming back for remake can't save it? That version is dead to you. No, Sakaguchi, Sakaguchi wouldn't be able to save remake part 3 because the entire thing is really not something he'd do. You know what I mean? Like, from everything I've read about him, the guy was against having sequels and spin-offs to Final Fantasy games, you know? And it's telling that as soon as he left, they did FF10 2, and then FF13 2, and 13 3, which is appalling ideas all around the board. So, I think he would just say, like, look, if we're not remaking it properly, don't remake it at all. So, am I going to play a game, Poopenheimer? Yeah, so, for those of you watching me on YouTube, there's something I do at the beginning of every stream. It's about, like, an hour or so of just chatting. That just makes it easier. I always want to respond to my community, to my viewers, as best I can, just for the first hour of stream, and then we get into the game. And when we get into the game, we're in the game. And since I stream for about 8, 9, 10 hours every stream, don't worry, we'll get plenty of game time in. So, Sakaguchi would just issue an apology. I want Remake Part 3, post-credits, to just end with, like, a shot of Sakaguchi just in a hotel room, just watching the end of like the credits roll on like a CRTV with a beer. And once it's done, he just throws the beer at his TV. And that's the end. I would love that to be the post-credit scene of part 3. I would love, like, I don't know, during like Sephiroth and Cloud having a QTE dance off, you just see Sakaguchi just like, Nomura! Oh my god, I'd be cracking up if that happens. I wonder if someone could do that with AI, so. Ashnakoi, welcome in. Theo the Pig, thank you. I appreciate that, Randeep Singh, thank you for being the only one brave enough to critique Remake. Well, here's the thing, Singh, like, I'm not the only one, actually. Like, I've been looking up the other people out there. Dan's Gaming did a very scathing review of FF7 Rebirth, which I thought was quite interesting. What's his face? Rageaholic did a scathing review of Remake. Orion has done a scathing review of Rebirth, but it's really not that many across the board, you know. And I think they all got their own way of doing it. I've got my own way of doing it, you know. And yeah, but I don't see many people go as, how would I say, as long form as me. Like, I think I'm the only, I don't see anyone else doing side-by-side, shot-by-shot comparisons of entire segments, breaking down what the OG did well and showing how the remake failed to capture really any of that, and is basically a cheap, well, not a cheap, an expensive fan fiction FF7 Guardians of the Galaxy Love and Thunder knockoff made for the shipping community, it appears. I don't see anyone else really doing that, so oh yeah, Katie Landry, yeah, I know. Tash is an arsehole to the Necromancer. It's just ridiculous. So, Hamaguchi's trying to keep remake traditional as possible, but Nomura and Katase want to change things. Well, again, we can't even get our story straight about this, you know what I mean? Like, people say that Katase and Nojima wanted to change the story, and Nomura was the one who held them back, or like, argued for less changes, but the changes they've made are the most Nomura-esque things ever. And also, Nomura's the director of the first one and the creative director of the second. These are gigantic roles. If he had no involvement, then he did his job badly. Because the director and the creative director have the power to change and influence things like that. The director is basically God when it comes to, like, movies, TV shows, and video games. Prime, thank you. That's one Ben for the Subaru. All right, let's continue. Patriot, welcome in. All right. Let's catch up. Vorthinos, you were stoked for Remake and Rebirth, then we got the character assassination of Red 13. Well, I'll tell you what, Vorthinos. If you're ever in my Twitch stream, you can always use the Sebi... Oh, wait, hang on. You can always use the Sebi Red or the Sebi Red 2. All right, we've got 2 different Red 13 emojis on my channel now, and they just look horrendous. Did FF10 really need a part 2? No. What FF10 could have done is instead done a prequel where, let me just change something real quick. I'm not going to use this music. Let's go here. Because I don't want the... Because Square, since they're such a great company, still has a DMCA copyright on Sid Highwind's theme from the original FF7, I worry that that music alone could actually demonetize the entire live stream. Great work, Square. Fantastic. They could have fixed that a million years ago, but they don't give a shit. So, also, I have a question for you guys. I got a question for y'all. Can anyone answer this question? If a YouTube live stream gets demonetized because of like a copyright song or something, I know that probably just, I know that nukes all the ad revenue, which I don't really care about. But does that affect the super chats? Does that affect it? Like, would YouTube then take all of that, or take more of a percentage of that, or like, does anyone know the answer to that? Because I asked around, I asked Dr. Google, you know, I asked some AI and stuff, and I couldn't really get a straight answer for it. Or I would see forums talking about it, but they're from like 2017 or 2020. I mean, like, the rules have changed. The rules, YouTube, I imagine, is different in 2025 than it was in 2020. I feel like a few things might have changed, you know. So, you guys are saying no. So you're saying it would be ad revenue, yes, nuked, super chat, no, still fine. Because I feel like that's really bad, mate. You still get your cut of super chats as far as I know. I feel like that's really bad, bro. Like, because sometimes, like, as I say, you could just be playing the original FF7, Sid Highwind's theme comes up, which is in the game, and then something like you know, a $50 super chat, YouTube just keeps the whole thing, if that's the case, which I feel like that would be... I feel like that would be a major scandal that people would be talking about right now. I feel like that wouldn't fly. It would be challenged, so... Simpson Bartholomew, thank you very much for the 33-month-aroo! Clippy Weezer, thank you for the $5 super chat. I love that you're doing a YouTube stream. Love your stuff, but I hate Twitch like I hate Red 13. I mean, it's VA. Well, I don't even hate Red 13's VA, as in, like, the voice actor. You know, it just feels like the wrong voice of the character. You know, the VA is just doing his job. So, ads bye-bye. Well, I don't really care about ad revenue. I just don't care. It would blow up if that happened, even Star. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. YouTube takes 30% of the super chats. I mean, look, Twitch takes like what? Their percentage of subs and stuff, so it's kind of normal at that rate. Final Fantasy VII Remaster, just to troll people. Oh my god. And it's like Sephiroth becomes a master again. Imagine if they just did that! It was like, oh, fuck it. I mean, we said that remake was an artistic choice. Let's just use remaster as an artistic choice. And man, bro, if FF7 Remake Part 3 is called remaster, I will literally Titus laugh into the camera. That is so funny. I honestly think maybe they just should do that. You know? They just should do that. Fuck it. They're not ever gonna make one. So they may as well, call it FF7 Remaster, and Sephiroth's like, I was a master in a previous time, but now I have remastered my identity. Just something like that, you know. Nothing changes to your super chats. Okay, Suko, welcome in. Would be insane to nuke your super chats werewolf. I just think it would just be like criminal, man. I mean, because the thing is, even Twitch doesn't do that. Let's say you sit here on Twitch and all you do is you play Cardi B and Kanye West for like 8 hours straight. Yes, the entire VOD will just be like muted, but you still get your subs, you still get your bits. It would be a criminal scandal otherwise, you know. And Billy, hang on, come here, you. Billy. Before you go, Billy, I want you to say hello to chat, all right? Can you say hello to chat? Look, Billy, I know that everyone else is away, all right? I know that it's only you and me, but I'll give you little cuddles, all right? Billy, no! Billy! Help! He's getting revenge for the shock collar! Alright, down you go, buddy boy. Down you go, mate. Down you go. Take care of yourself, alright? We'll hang out later. Sorry, it's just him and me at home right now, so... I just need to scritch and scratch him just to let him know that he's loved. So, Crimson Hawk, thank you for the 5 gifted Subarus! Thank you. I will use that to get a new shock collar for Billy. I still cannot believe that. That is just, that's appalling. So, the fact that my cat looks like he's got more testosterone than Rebirth Red is a bad sign, I would say. That's a bad sign. All right, and you know what? Billy's young for his age as well. He's young for his species. He's only, God, how old is he? Probably 3 years old at this point, 2.5. We'll have to do the math on that sometime. All right, let's continue. Let's get back here. Gizmo Heath, what's going on? Dust Poncho, he's afraid of getting remade into soy. So, little grumpy Billy. You're done with remakes? Well, I think that FF7 Remake has destroyed the word remake forever. You know what I mean? Like, Oblivion, for example, Oblivion Remaster is a remake, alright? They remade, like, everything in that. It's the same game, but everything is remade, right? But they can't call it Oblivion Remake, because then people think that you're gonna get, like, moonwalking 3-minute Disney musical numbers. They think you're gonna get, it's gonna be split into 3 parts with multiverse fate ghosts, and the main villain trying to make out with you every 5 minutes. I think that's why Oblivion had to call itself Remaster instead of Remake, and its fan base is like, why are they calling this a Remaster? This isn't Remaster, they rebuild everything. Well, now you know, alright? Square managed to actually ruin that word, which is pretty amazing. Oh, retconned Kevin Key? Oh god, welcome in. So welcome in, Velvet. Such a happy face, I know. Wally, you never seen him so cute? Billy will make more appearances on today's stream. Yeah. Legend of Dragoon needs a remake. It does, but do not ask Square to do it. Square should never be allowed to remake a game ever again, in my opinion. I mean, they should be allowed to, but if we haven't learned our lesson by now, this is what baffles me, right? Like, fans of FF8 and 9 will look at the 7 remake disaster. They'll think it's a disaster, and then they'll be like, well, I still hope they remake 9. It's like, are you insane? That's the last thing they should do. You should tremble in fear at the threat of Square remaking FF9 or 6 or anything, alright? That's the last thing you ever want to do. Was the shock collar thing real, Capri? You'll have to do your own detective work on that, mate. So, Fate. There was the thread on Risteria asking people with the inclusion of whispers on the remake series, and there are people who like their inclusion. It's interesting. I know there's so many people I know and have seen, even ones who love remake and rebirth, and they fucking hate the whispers. They're like, man, I mean, it's a fun game, you know, the characters look cool, but these things are just terrible. Vortinos, thank you for the Primu. And Crimson Hawk, thank you again for those 5 subs. Did I thank you, Crimson, for that 5-pack? Crimson, I'm sorry if I forgot to thank you for the 5 subs. I think I got distracted by Billy and his fat, fluffy fur. Sorry about that. All right. Let's continue. Remake Red is better than the OG. Fact. Oh, that's funny, Side Gamer. You and your comedy, mate. You and your silly goose shenanigans. All right, let's continue. Why do I not use headphones instead of earbuds? It's more that, like, I move around a lot, and when I used to move around a lot, like I used to headbang, and let me put it this way. My community from 2020 to 2022 know exactly why. How extreme I used to be on stream. I don't know. I like him. I like him like that. You know, I prefer the feeling and the look. So, all right, let's continue here. Leave 9 alone. Good. You should be scared of it. Von Star, thank you for that lurk. The dumb ghosts. They changed the story too much. Backstab. I mean, they certainly did. Yeah. So, all right. Let's continue. Wait. Hang on, Fate. 700 votes didn't like the whispers, but 200 votes did. Well, that doesn't quite seem to be like the overwhelming majority that, you know, the fan base says it is when you think about it. But that is a vocal minority at the end of the day. I mean, Rebirth sales tell you what most people think of this. So, all right, let's continue. Used to go bonkers, Capri. I know. I'm a seasoned veteran these days. Those are the young wild days of this channel. Merely an hour late. Yeah, I can't headbang with you know, fucking earphones. So I do like Tactics Remaster, even though I haven't even played it. I played the classic version. Everyone seems to be very happy with it. Yeah, and I think remasters might be the way to go. I mean, just the thing is, we know how to remake a game properly. Just look at Resident Evil 2. You know. That's legit, like, remade with many liberties taken, but it captures the spirit of the original and improves on quite a few things in a lot of ways, so. Jesus Adorno! Do I think Sakaguchi coming back could help with a potential 9 remake? Well, Sakaguchi's the right guy for that, because 9, I think, is, like, his favorite one in a way, I think. But as for 7, just leave it alone. Just let it die. Just let AI do it. Fuck it. Rebirth has 73% positive reviews on Steam. But what do you mean? The paid reviewers gave it 92. Reviewers who wanted, you know, connections and backstage passes and event invites and free stuff and early access and dev interviews, they gave it 92. So, I mean, you know, I feel like that's the impartial opinion, mate. All right. Not fucking about. Shadow of Colossus? You know, I've never... Question, guys. I've never actually finished Shadow of the Colossus. I've only gotten to the flying boss, and then I was like, it's too hard. Also, I'm unemployed, and it's 2018. I need to get a job. Would that be a cool stream to do? Because that game looks beautiful to me. That looks like genuinely emotionally evocative and, I don't know, incredibly atmospheric and iconic. I feel like it could be a good stream to do. I could probably knock it out in 2 streams as well. So, yeah. I don't know. That game looks that looks special. That game in a way. It looks like it's got a lot of heart and soul. Yeah. You have to have a truly dark soft appeal. Oh God, Pablito. Yeah. I need to finish it. Yeah. No. I would like to see it. So. All right, chat. Enough fucking about. We've been just chatting for 1 hour, and now it's time to get down and dirty with... Oh, we're gonna have a look at... Actually, nah, fuck it. We don't need to do that. Well, I think we've covered the drama regarding E33 and the awards and Stormfall and Shrouds back and forth regarding the significance of E33. We'll just be rehashing the conversation at this point. So here's what we're going to do instead, chat. Oh, shit! Kadiriel, thank you for the raidery. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Raiders, I am Sebi Webbs, and you caught me at just the moment I was about to do this. In the last episode of Sebi Webbs TV, Sebi covered the Final Fantasy Twitter drama where he accidentally caused a firestorm in the FF section of that platform when he jumped in like the shark from Jaws and said, "Rebirth sucks!" Then he began his first playthrough ever of Mouthwashing, the indie horror game in space that has taken the world by storm, giving an Academy Award-winning voice acting performance, the kind that you would only see for $22.99 at the cinema. But here on Sebi Webbs, we do that shit for free. Welcome in. But now, Kadiriel has dropped a massive raid into his stream, and it's time for him to welcome in the new viewers. Will he give an Academy Award-winning performance to Mouthwashing? Will he put on the YouTube multi-stream of a lifetime? Find out today, only on Sebi Webbs TV. Sebi Webbs TV, Mouthwashing continues. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Kadiriel, thank you so much for that raid. Huge raid out of nowhere. Perfectly timed. Appreciate the hell out of it. So, Hunter at Bloody Umbers, good to see you. Iconic, Oscar-worthy. Thank you, chat. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, stop. No, keep it coming. Keep it coming. I accept. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. The dirt face, crazy Spartan. It's got to be done. So. Right, enough fucking about. Missing some moonwalking, but aside from that, 10 out of 10 the laws. I appreciate that. Hang on, can anyone see this emote that I'm putting in chat? The moonwalk? Why can't I see it? Maybe I haven't... Have I not... Oh, I'm not showing all my animated emotes in my, There we go. In my BTTV, that's why. Yes! There you go! Yeah, I had to do that. That's from when I was living in SFan's house for about a month. and I think I couldn't use the spare PC because I think that room was taken for a bit. So we did a number of streams where I would sit on his balcony, his porch at about from about 10 p.m. until 3 a.m. just reading scary stories and creepypastas, and then eventually it devolved into Sonic fanfiction, but we don't talk about that. So, oh, if you can't see that, guys, go into your BTT, go into your chat settings, go into BTTV, scroll down to where there's which emotes it's allowing, and just check all the boxes. Animated emotes, 7TV emotes, even the unlisted really cool ones. So... Sweet Chill Sour, welcome in. Flavio Marquez. So much memories from DBZ. The name of the episodes in Brazil are priceless. Oh, yeah, exactly. For Frieza loses the fight. Yeah, exactly. It's like, will Goku be able to defeat Freezer? Find out on the next episode, Goku defeats Freezer. Oh, that's funny. So, all right. Yeah. Oh, Katie Landry, you visualize something like that? Well, here's the funny thing. I actually made a little meme to sort of illustrate what happened. Oh fuck, whoops. Hang on, I gotta resize my window. Every time I move my OBS window from one thing to the other, it just resizes everything. Yeah, but it's alright. Alright, we sort of got it now. Let's pull this up. Let me just find the visual. Where is it? Here we go. Yeah, so I made that after the whole Twitter firestorm. It's like, I should probably change this to FF7R fans excited for part 3. basically. That's kind of what was happening on Twitter. And then basically I emerged like the shark from Jaws and was just like, Rebirth sucks! And accidentally, I thought that wouldn't actually get too many views. I thought that would just be enjoyed by, you know, a handful of people who share the same opinion as me, but instead it actually caused the hashtag Final Fantasy to be trending because so many people were retweeting and angry about the absolute facts and truth that I was spitting. So yeah. Anyway, but we all know that. Let's get out of here. Right, enough fucking about. You can also find that in my Discord in the FF7 Rebirth section. I also might retool it. I'll retool some of that. Who is expecting Part 3 to be good? Well, I mean, look, if you just, how would I say? If you kind of just want to see a fanfiction version of FF7, if you just like seeing FF7-ish things happening on the screen at all times, then, you know, it's made for you. You can enjoy that. But if you want to see a remake that captures the spirit of the original, you're not going to find that in Remake or Rebirth. You just won't. You'll get FF7 Guardians of the Galaxy. FF7 Love and Thunder. That's what you're going to get. FF7 Kingdom Hearts Edition. So, Resubon, at this point, you have no expectations. I mean, look, as I say, I see Part 3 as Saiyan Saga. I see it as, like, in 2 years, it's going to drop. We can all be prepared for it, but we have no idea. We have no idea. You thought Aerith's death scene at the end of Rebirth was bad? That's going to look like Helm's Deep compared to the Battle of Pelennor Fields that is coming in Return of the King. That's coming in Part 3. All right, Part 3 is going to make that scene look weak. That's how bad shit's about to get, man. I mean, because they're going to try and top it, I would say, for all the wrong reasons and in all the wrong ways. So, I also imagine, yeah. But anyway, we all know my fucking opinion. FF Reddit, Oxby paid. Here's what's interesting, right? Like, sometimes I get told that I just have Reddit opinions on FF7 Remake, and I'm like, I thought they loved it over there. What are we talking about? But maybe they're talking about, like, the FF7 Reddit instead of the FF7 Remake Reddit. Maybe they have different opinions. I don't spend any time on Reddit. I don't really know. So, also, Clacy, welcome in. Welcome in. Did she even die? Who knows? We'll find out in Part 3. We'll find out in 2 years. So, yeah. Alright, enough fucking about. It's time. I'm Clive. Fuck. Let's see. Trying to decide what to do next. Tell you what. I need to take a piss, so... I need to take a piss. So why don't we just keep this playing over here, and I'll be right back, and I might just run a Twitch ad. Yeah, let's get the Twitch ad out of the way. Let's just run this, and then we'll come back and we'll start mouthwashing. How's that sound? Alright. Let's fucking do this, boys. Let's get the fuck out of here. Just get out of the way. BRB. Let's go! It's me, Mario. Alright. Oh god. Oh god. Love this song. This is such a good remix of the 4 song. I also, chat, I'm also excited to, I'm using these, like, little indie horrors and stuff, like Mouthwashing, to sort of just, like, get in the swing of YouTube streaming. I'd rather the technical problems happen with something like this. But once this is all, once multi-streaming is like feels normal and automatic, I can't wait to get back into some good old-fashioned JRPGs, mate. Busy Mondery, thank you for the 5 gifted Subarus. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Thank you for the 5-pack. I would love to do a playthrough of FF4, 5, 6, because I don't have any of those VODs on... Well, I mean, I couldn't have any of those VODs because I had COVID and I was also blind drunk during those, but you know what? I had my reasons. Maverick, thank you for that gifted sub. Appreciate that. Ponkick Breezer, welcome in. Welcome in. I also want to do a playthrough of FF7. That's also not on the VODs channel. And I want that to be an edited thing for the main channel too. Would love to do Chained Echoes, love to do Sea of Stars, would love to do Metaphor. There's actually like so many good games ahead for this stream, which I'm really excited for. Would be sick if I did them underwater. I thank you. Also, underwater, bro, thank you for becoming an alternate member. Thank you for becoming an ultimate member of the coffee right off the fucking bat, man. I appreciate that. That's absolutely massive. I didn't get to really like, I guess like look through that until after the stream, but I'm gonna do a shameless plug, guys, before I continue. Thank you everyone who checked out the coffee, which is basically my Patreon, because there's people who want to support the channel directly. They don't want to do it through Twitch, understandably. Don't want to do it through YouTube, understandably. They'd rather just the money go directly to the channel. For those of you, I appreciate the hell out of that. That helps making, what am I trying to say? The streams happen, the shorts happen, and the YouTube videos happen. So I appreciate the hell out of that. What do I think of Reddit calling me JRPG pirate software? I mean, well, I can understand why. I mean, I am very opinionated, that's true. You know, I like to back up my arguments with evidence. Also, my short style is loosely inspired by his short style, and it's not necessarily me idolizing him, it's me looking at his short style and realizing that's a very, very good streamer short format. Like, he figured out how to make streamer shorts into something that were more shareable, and you could say viral, but also quite funny and informative, you know, before everything else happened, as you know. I would say the difference between me and Pirate Software is that I am much more of a gronk. How would I say? Like, for example, let's see if I can pull up an example here. Let's have a look. Let's see. Now, I don't think you're ever going to see a Pirate Software short of him doing something like this. Shut up. Snake, what are you doing? Shut up. Just let it happen. Oh my god, he's doing the walls of Jericho! This man is broken in half! Snake, what are you doing? I don't think you're gonna see Pirate Software, for example, like pretending to bum soldiers in Metal Gear Solid. I think, do we have one for this as well? Also, oh shit, guys, thank you for supporting me on Coffee. I just saw that. I just saw a couple of followers on that. Thank you. Appreciate that. What else do we have? We have I think we had Don't Ask, Don't Tell. This is terrible, this one. Yeah! America! Fuck! In the butt. That's right. Don't mess with Solid Snake. Now I'm gonna bum you. Oh yeah, don't ask, don't tell. Welcome to freedom. Oh, sorry. So I don't know. I don't know. Bego Zada, thank you for the prime. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Well, what I would say, right, and I would say this regarding the FF7R community or whatever, you know, the section of them who call me the JRPG Pirate Software. Prove me wrong. Go ahead. Prove me wrong. Because as we saw with the Twitter drama, even when like I was at the center of like this Twitter drama regarding the FF7R criticism and all that, when that finally reached the attention of normal people Twitter, they noticed something. They noticed that all the people who hated me did was insult me, call me names, everything under the sun, this, that, but they never attacked the argument. They never refuted the points. In fact, they didn't even try. They couldn't refute a single point in any of the tweets that I made. And that's an interesting thing to notice. If I'm wrong, why can't you prove me wrong? Like, seriously, go ahead. You know, like, I'm not, like, and the arguments that I have are that the remakes do not capture the spirit or the tone of the original, and they are artistically inferior. These major scenes, even minor scenes, are all rewritten to be worse than the OGs. They are rewritten to be less emotionally impactful, less effective, and less efficient. And it's just true. Not like no one's disproven a single thing. By all means, please do. I actually like when people argue with me in the comments of my videos and actually make arguments that I didn't know. You know, I like when they bring up something. I'm like, you know what? That's actually a good point. And I've even been proven wrong at times. Like when I thought, for example, let me give you an example of me being proven wrong and actually having to adjust on the fly about that. I'm making corrections in my video. I thought that a month before FF7 Rebirth, they retconned and changed Aeris's final line at the end of Remake. In the original one, or in the first one, she says, "I miss it, the steel sky." And then a month before Rebirth dropped, she says, "I don't like this sky," implying that she can see the fracture in the sky that shows up in Rebirth. So I thought, well, are they just making this up as they go along? Do they rewrite the ending of Remake so that it better fits the events of Rebirth? It turns out, actually, that it's them fixing a translation error, or it's them fixing a liberty taken by a Western translator for Remake, who I think just changed that line because they wanted it to fit Crisis Core or something. But people who speak Japanese are saying, no, like the line they changed it to before Rebirth is actually what she's saying in Japanese. Now, when they mentioned that, and people pointed that out in the video I made about that also jumped off to talk about other things regarding 7 Remake. Also, thank you, Ponkik Bruiser, for that prime. I appreciate it. When people pointed that out in the comments, I did something Pirate Software I don't think has ever done. I admitted I was wrong. and also, I don't mean to cast shade at the guy. Actually, he's never been an asshole to me. I got nothing against him. But for those who say that I am the him of JRPGs, there is a distinct difference. I admitted I was wrong, apologized for that mistake, fixed up the video so that that part wasn't in it. So it just kept the discussion regarding... I kept the discussion that resulted from that initial point, and I even paid to get a brand new thumbnail made for that video. All right, I unlike Square, which took 4 years to correct their mistake, you know, their translation error, I did it within the week, man. But I'm not trying to hide it, man. I made a mistake. I was wrong, and the reason I believed that Square, the reason I was quick to believe that Square retconned that line is because it's totally in character with everything they've done with 7 Remake and Rebirth right now. I think they've completely destroyed... I have zero trust left in that company. I think a lot of the OG fans, especially a lot of OG FF7 fans, have zero trust left in them. And the idea that Square would go and retcon the original game to better fit the second game, implying that, you know, they're just making this up as they go along, adjusting on the fly, I wouldn't be surprised at all. It's completely believable. But I was wrong, all right? And I'm actually glad that people corrected me on that. You know, like, I'm not always right about everything. I'm not right about 100% of things, and there are things where I'm not right in every detail about a part of it. But I'm trying. I'm trying, man. If I make a mistake, it's not the end of the world. I'm not perfect, all right? We make mistakes. So to answer your question, what do I think about them calling me the JRPG Pirate Software? I would say that maybe that's one. I'd say that that's probably 2 differences. I've made a mistake, you know? Or if I make a mistake, I can admit to it. And there's a lot of clips of me just being an absolute immature Gronk, which I don't see him doing too many times, so. But as I say, I'm not casting shade towards him. I've got nothing against the guy. There you go. So, yeah, I'm the first second-generation Square Enix employee. As I say, I don't want to cast shade at the guy, because I don't want to cast shade at people who've never cast shade at me first. So yeah, I'm not really offended by anything. Subnautica Song Bailey, I fucking love that game. So, Blue Beric, what's going on, you fucking dog? Yeah. It's a tiring cultural war at this point. Moogie? Yeah, well, the thing is, it's one of those... The reason I got involved with it was because I got sick of seeing the gaslighting and the bullying surrounding it and the retconning, the rewriting of history around the original. And I wanted to throw my hat into that fight. But anyway, enough fucking about. No one cares about that. It's time. It's time. It's fucking time to play Mouthwashing. Let's do it. Let's go! It's me, Mario. Played by Ben Starr. Fuck. Alright. Yeah, exactly, Eben. We don't talk down content creators no matter our opinions. The thing is, Eben, I had to bring him up to answer that question because I do often get called the pirate software of JRPGs, but there's a couple distinct differences between the two of us. And as I say, not casting shade at him, just noting the differences. So, yeah, exactly, Blue Rose, exactly. It's weird how some people like that more than, as I say, fanfiction crowd. All right, just 1 second, real quick. Let's bump the volume up. We had the volume pretty balanced last time, right? Yeah. Okay. No, that's too loud for me now. Hang on. I wish this game would keep... If you're a game designer, right? You need a mode for your game where the music keeps playing even if you click out. Even if you alt-tab. Doesn't have to be default, but it should be an option, because it's really annoying. Anyway, it's alright. It's not game-breaking. We can work with it. How's that volume for y'all? Is that okay? Are we balanced? Are we good? Asmongold of JRPGs. I've heard that before, Vegas, and like, I mean, I think he's a bloody good content creator, mate. You reckon it's too loud? You reckon it's too loud, Gasparoni? It's good for you, Crandall. I feel like my stream is a bit delayed because of restream, but if that means that like we're able to have a stable multi-stream, then that might be what we have to do. Okay, yeah, we are a bit delayed. All right, let's give it a go. Scene sign bang? Good. Wish me luck, guys. Wish me luck. One day before the crash. Derpy Radish, welcome back. Find the gun. Oh, okay, we're just going straight off the deep end. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. Time to find the gun. Still broken. She couldn't have hit it here. Let's get both in. Well, look, my thoughts regarding that guy, you know, the man in question, is the Stannis Baratheon approach from Game of Thrones. A bad deed doesn't wash out the good, nor does a good deed wash out the bad. Alright, I take a bit of a grey approach to morality sometimes. Naname, welcome in. I need a fucking gun. The wobbly microphone design? It's no, Eben, this microphone is not held together with black tape, I'll have you know. This is it's actually the design of the stand itself, you know. What, sorry, does this wobbly microphone, is this off-putting for you? Do you not like it when it wibbly wobbles like that? Alright, anyway, let's continue. It's time to go do our duties. Is there a gun in there? Shut up, horse! Go find that gun. Underwater. Yeah, that's the impression of my mic. So, God, oh my God, apocalypse. With all the clout grabbing and crucifying that's been happening. Well, I mean, for some people, maybe that works as a form of growth, clout chasing. But like, I don't know. I'd rather just be a one-man show, even if that means you got a smaller audience. I already checked here, you know? I'd rather things be dependent on my own content rather than, you know, my proximity to others and stuff. Although some people work really well as an ensemble, so I wouldn't take that away from them. Let's go to the cockpit. Listen up, you fucking minge. Oh, I'm Curly. Fuck, what voice did we have for Curly again? Was he Al Pacino, or was he... was he Al Pacino? What was this? Listen up. For fuck's sake, I'm Clive, played by Ben Starr. Where is it? Us being let go isn't a reason to hurt yourself. Aren't ya? As our nurse, you never got psych evals. I should have thought of that. You could have come to me if you were feeling stressed. Oh my God, like, what would you have done? Anything. Any fucking thing. You, the crew, are my bloody responsibility. I told you so, over and over, didn't I? I'm not gonna hurt myself. You know the gun is in a safety case that I can't open, but I hid the case itself. Tell me where it fucking is. None of this has to be on our performance log. We'll figure it out together. I'm pregnant. Oh, what? Who would you... Captain, am I odd? I told you. Listen to me. We can fix this. I've known him for a long time. I'll talk to him. I know you'd never give me the gun to protect myself, so the least I can do is make sure that he never gets it either. What? Oh, the misery. Everybody wants to be my enemy. Fuck. Ray. Gasprona, you were surprised that someone voice acted Eris and she wasn't Scottish. Yeah, she's only Scottish in my universe. So. Right. A reading printed from the navigation computer detected abnormal steroid trajectories along the route. Course corrections might be required during transit. Fuck. This music is beautiful. Despite how unsettling this game is. 6 hours until judgment. JJC, this game doesn't pull any punches. No, it's interesting. It's intense. Don't chase, the bleeding won't stop. Just try and stay still, Daisuke. Uwu, I need a second to think. We can fix this. Hey, kid, you hear me? Ugh. Oh, dude. Daisuke. Cough. Oh, jeez. Hey, stop. Don't move. It's all right, Daisuke. Calm down. This line of work, you could never have become like miserable old Swansea. What a tragedy. Decades of hauling ass for Pony Express. Big mighty bruiser with all his shining tools. This is where it got me. The good life, huh? I thought you were dumber than a can of paint. Always just chewing my ear off about nothing. Useless ray of goddamn sunshine. Not an ace student, career workhorse, or a force of ambition. Just a damn good kid, trying his best. You could have taught an old fool like me a lot. Now close your eyes, Daisuke. Oh my god! So Daisuke just got really fucked up when he crawled through that vent. He just got, like, I guess, electrocuted, burned, or... They didn't specify what the injuries were, but it's just like, it's fucked, right? We got no medical supplies, and we got no painkillers. You! Oh god! And here I thought they weren't going to show us. I thought it was just going to be left to the imagination here, but... Oh my god! You could have chopped his head off, man. You didn't need to go through the face. Alright, just go for here. Go for here. Oh my god. You monster! I could have fixed him, Swansea. I have to do everything myself. Why can't any of you just give me some time to fucking think? How do you still not understand? It's over. End of the fucking line. He won't suffer one more second because of your delusions. Unbelievable. Stop pretending. I know all about your plans, Swansea. I went to utility. I saw what you've been hiding down there. Sneaking around with that axe, telling Anya who knows what. Now this? You're making sure that you're the one who gets inside that cryopod. Ha! I sure did talk to Anya. But it was her telling me all sorts of things instead, wasn't it? ... Shouldn't a captain go down with his ship? Tish, not that it matters anymore. I ain't got no place to be. I got everything I could ever want right here on this ship. So go ahead and get in that pod. If you ever get found, you can tell them whatever fucking story you like. You've earned it. God damn. Get the gun. Daisuke in shambles, mate. Daisuke in shambles. Right, so there's a gun. Punches? Pulled? We don't do that around here. Yeah, you just taking a power nap. Welcome in, eyes 786. Gun. What we need is a gun. This is a Swedish developed game? Yeah, okay, I didn't know that. I actually know nothing about who made this game. I kind of just went in blind. Where's the gun? Was the gun Jablonski? A length of nylon rope. Fuck. I think it's in the med bay? Okay, fair enough. European indie games are weirder than North American ones. Well, say, look at a game like, say, Fear and Hunger 2. You know what I mean? That's like, I think that's Finnish, I think? That is a very... That game is not something you would see come out of Japan or America. That is a European brand of intensity and darkness and blankness. It's amazing. No, I'm Not a Human, I think, is a Russian game. That also has its own unique aesthetic. It's like a creepypasta, if brought to life. Space Marine 2 was Russian as well, wasn't it? It was a Russian game company. It's interesting, America and Japan gets a lot of the attention in the video game world, but don't sleep on the Europeans. They are They have their own way of doing things. I mean, E33 being French is crazy. Ah, here we go. Alright, let's do this. Oh my god! He's still alive? Oh, come on, mate. Oh, what? Weird. Jesus, man. That's a hell of an image. Okay, well, that's it, folks. Damn it, Curly, why didn't you stop her? It was on you. You could have saved her. Nah, he's fucked. Okay, so where can I find the combination? Fuck. Anonymous gifter. Thank you very much for the 5 gifted Subarus on Sebby Goddamn Webs TV. Thank you. I don't know who you are, but I will respect your privacy. Thank you for the 5. Capri, Anya Rip, I know. Night Vid, welcome in. Ooh, let me just... Sorry, chat, I just realized I was in Twitch chat, not YouTube chat. Sorry, YouTube chatters. Sorry if I missed all your chats just now. I was in Twitch chat. Sorry. I can't look at this blood anymore. Okay. Do I really have to go back to the cockpit to look at the code there? Oh, come on. Just... Oh, fuck. Oh. Well, cockpits... Which way is it? This way. Okay. I think that's the code I need, right? It's gotta be it. You like that YouTube chat doesn't get ads, but you miss the emojis there? Yeah, is there a way to add... I don't think there's a way to add the emojis into YouTube, is there? 739. Fuck. Let's do it. You cockpit. Do you realize only people who played FF16 are going to get that reference? Alright. At least I think I know my way around the ship a bit better now. I think. It's alright, medical is where I want to go next. 739. Let's go. Lethal Company? I never played that, but that was pretty big for a bit. Let's do this. Let's do this, boys. What are you laughing at, you fuck? What's so funny? Not yet. Fine. You can stay there. With your, corpse bride. And then let's get out of here. Jimmy! 0 days before the crash. Did I ever play the FF16 DLCs? Did you know that there's not 1 but 2? No one knows that. Most people don't even know there's 1. Because no one cares anymore. I mean, sorry, it's just true. Alright, but enough fucking about. Let's do this. Yuka, that hospital room has a better atmosphere than Medeal will have in part 3. I mean, yeah. Doesn't have any atmosphere, let's be real. Alright, let's do this. Oh my god. I told him. Anya, you should have waited for me. What did he say? Nothing that makes any difference. Did he seem angry? Where'd he go? He just walked away. Curly, I don't want him to be here anymore. I don't want him in here anymore.
Hold on. Fuck. Just wait. I need to find him. Everything's gonna be okay. I'll just turn to Ifrit and buy some garlic.
This game's sound design is amazing. That is really unsettling.
I need to go to the cockpit. Jim, you fucking minge. I can fix this. Oh, jeez. What do you think will happen when we get back? We can figure all this out. You and me. All I ever hear is how great of a leader you are. Oh, God, it's so annoying. But now... What do you think will happen now when we get back? We'll fix this together. Everything you and I worked for in our lives, accomplishments, changes, none of it will matter. You've gone through difficult situations before. This time won't be any different. Work through it, one day at a time. It's not just me, is it? You were supposed to be the one who had everything under control. You said so yourself. The ship, this crew, everything that happened here. This was your responsibility, Captain. That is what you'll be hearing for the rest of your life. Or this can be all remembered as a tragedy, despite what must have been the best efforts of its acclaimed captain. The Tulpar crew was never found. No one survived to tell the tale.
Oh shit, we finally see what he looks like.
You're standing at the top. Feet in cement. I get it now. Right? Fuck. Right. I'll take care of it.
System failure. Nuclear Schmetterling. Sorry, you don't know what you think about the voice acting. For this game, it would have been more appropriate to take it more seriously considering the topics at hand. Well, I don't know this story. And chat suggested that voice for Jimmy. And when I thought, should we change it up to something else, everyone said no. Alright, Nuclear.
So you can blame everyone else in this stream, but don't blame me.
Alright. I take no responsibility for the voice acting here. Also, Mozzie, thank you very much for the Subaru and for enjoying the haircut. If not, what do you think would be a good voice for Jimmy? What do you think would be a good voice for Jimmy? I don't know. Any suggestions? Alright?
Do you have any better ideas, Nuclear? Or do you just sit here and criticize things?
No, it's alright. I mean, it's not like I do any different, so... Lady Nixeria, welcome in. Welcome in. A funny voice can keep things not too... depressing? Yeah. Donald Duck? Oh, God help me. Oh my God, Capley. Scottish. Scottish for Jimmy. Could do that. Yeah, we could work with something like that. We could actually make the scenes a bit better that way, I'd say. Alright, let's give it a go. Or a Matthew McConaughey, I don't know, we'll figure something out. System failure!
Jim, tell me. Tell me you didn't. I should have. I didn't. What the fuck did you do? 1 hour before judgment. Oh my god. Oh my god. Happy birthday, I guess? Woohoo, dude! Oh, my head is split in half. Bro, happy birthday, Captain. This rocks. Here, here. I'm gonna get trashed on Listerine. To Captain Jimbo. Oh my god, come on! I look terrible. You have to give a speech. Go on, have at it. You better make it good. Hell yeah, bro. Our captain, Captain Jimmy. Oh, okay. Oh, come on. Oh, come on, mate. You can't make me do this. This is horrible. This is horrible. This is hideous. Why am I doing this? All right, we're gonna give Jimmy a proper voice for this. A lot of people struggle to put food on their plates, but that wasn't enough. Right, Captain? The lowest rung of your ladder is our highest, until it was all swept from under your feet. Life isn't even worth living at the same level as us. But I forgive you. All of us do. I won't give up on you. Even like this. I believe in you. We're going to make it through this. Sometimes we thrive, travel the endless reaches of space, but other times we've just got to accept days like this. You taught me that, Curly. So let's eat. Let's survive. Take responsibility. Oh my god. Had to be a Scot. Well, I feel like that is a bit more of a serious... I think that voice befits the tone a bit better than, oh jeez, well, I'm just gonna cut your leg off and eat it now. Oh, whoa. Jesus. Yeah, well, I've had better cakes in my life, you know, but I've also had worse. Zuko the rat. Yeah, that was fucked. The cake is a lie, as Portal said. So Jimmy's just gone crazy, basically. That was a beautiful reading. Oh, you, get out of here. Tavalnor, no one knows what's going on. What am I supposed to do? What can I do for you? I missed a turn? Oh. And here I thought it was one of those games where you gotta, like, turn around and it's all different behind you or something. Missed hallway. Listen, mate, I need my games to be linear, alright? I need them to be, like, FF13. Ah, here we go. Alright, there we go. This game's a hallway simulator. Fuck.
I'm sorry, Talamarie. I'm sorry I brought us something even scarier than this game. FF10-2. No turning back now. No turning back now. I will turn back if I want to, mate. Not quite sure what the mechanic here is here. Anything else I can interact with? Oh, I see! Of course. I'm not turning back. Maybe that's it. Oh, but I want to play Pokemon Blue on the Game Boy. Oh, fine. Fine. Responsibility. Okay. This game's artistic, man. Like this is like unironically artistic what they're doing. It's sick. Oh, yeah, it's just heaps weird, man. It's like playing with the medium, all right? Whee! Ow! My legs! I broke both my legs! I need a doctor! Oh, God. Ah. Shh. Be serious. Damn. Just axed. Let me ask you a question. Alright, let's go in. Sorry, I was just seeing if you were paying attention, right? Okay, let's get back to this. What is that? Okay. Okay, right. Let's get going. Oh my god! Okay, I might have deserved that. Oh, well, see, that now that's instant karma in action right there. So, oh god, oh help me. You know what? I mean, I might turn that into a short. That's actually quite a funny thing to happen. Oh, jeez Louises. Just 1 second, chat. I know. I wasn't thinking of making any clips, to be honest, but I feel like that deserves something. All right, and then we'll get back to business. We'll call it just the karma jump scare. All right, let's go. I deserved that 100% bang? Oh, I actually did. All right, chat. Enough fucking about. Let's do this. Can't talk to him. Why? You know, Swansea, I'm working here. Can I shoot him in the penis? It's like Metal Gear Solid all over. It's like Metal Gear Solid 3 all over again. Okay. Alright. Okay. This is not a spaceship. Hydrangeous mouthwashing, enjoy? I mean, it's interesting as hell. I'm, intrigued. That's my fault for shooting the photograph instead of someone who's coming after me. Oh my god, holy shit. Okay. This is really intense, chat. This is like terrifying, man. Hearing the footsteps and everything. He always comes up behind me. I can't run either. Just a second. I gotta turn this volume down. It's like really loud for me, and that's like scary. All right. Okay, it's a bit better. Fucking hell, my heart can't take this. Damn, I thought he always comes up behind you, okay. Wouldn't be that... wouldn't be that serious. How's the new PC? It's good. It's good. It can handle a game like this. Holy shit. Okay. That was really intense, man. That was actually really intense. It's weird. It basically has PS1 graphics, but that was like more tense and scary than some like modern horror games I've played. Yeah. I don't know. Interesting. All right. Holy shit. That was intense as fuck, bang. My god. Ah, 1:30 a.m. flashbang. All right. No spoilers, chat. Let's do this scene.
I have something to say. So shut the fuck up and listen. I spent 13 years half cut up to my eyeballs. Drunk, to put it mildly. Then suddenly I saw it. A streetcar. A street light shining in my face. 500 gigawatts of the power of God. A vision of my bloated body found in some ditch. Scared me straight. So I got a collar short, mortgage, and a credit card. All the things that make a good man. I hoped I could raise my children to be better than their old man. I wanted to believe I was never one setback away from my worst self. But the truth is, discipline, drive, routine, the endless fucking desperation to get shit done. A loving wife, great kids, sobriety. I'm telling you, accomplishments I'd been chasing all my life. Never felt as good as I expected when I crossed the finish line. So, now that we're at the end, taking inventory, those nights spinning out of my head, sinking into the sofa, broken glass in my palms, bleeding dry, the funniest thing ever. Old dogs laughing, snarling on the waterbed floor, mocking the moon for daring to show its face. All nausea and wreckage, vomit and ugly cruelty. The only problem in the world is an empty bottle. Those are the best days of my life. Yeah, those were the best days of my life. I got nothing to hide, ready to face the music. I can see myself for what I am. But you, A cowardly, selfish motherfucker, and you can't even see it. I should have been able to protect the kid. If I could have done one thing right, I wish it had been to give him one small chance off this goddamn rock. Swansea, I'm gonna fix everything. We're going to make it. Fuck you! Take responsibility.
Jesus. Interesting. Sound like Danny DeVito? Oh my god. You love the indies taking on the PS1 style lately. Well, what's good about this kind of game in this day and age is it's got the look of that kind of game back then. It feels very gamey. But it has all the quality of life of modern games. Like, at no point am I going to do something like in this game and yet game over and have to start again from the very beginning because I ran out of continues or there were no save points. All right, like that's something we take for granted today. Yeah, interesting scene. Also, welcome in, Rainstorm.
Fuck.
Yeah, well, nothing tells you more that old games were better when the demake gets praised. Well, what you can do today is you can make a game that has the best of the old and the best of the new and none of the bullshit in between. That's what you can do today. Because old games have a lot of problems that we forget until you play them again. And then it's like, oh god, how did we live without this? Oh. So finding that middle ground today, I would say, is pretty important. Some games I can think of that do that, obviously Claire Obscure, but also Subnautica. I would say Dark Souls as well. Those games have that magic of old games, but then they've got all the quality of life of new games. Like all the graphics, all the mechanics, all the fine trimmings and stuff. Yeah.
Fuck.
Hello? Get that eye off me. Stop looking at me. Quit looking at me, Schwan. Fuck. That's heaps weird. Baldur's Gate 3, of course, yeah. Can I step on this? Oh my god. There's more of them.
Eyes everywhere. Looking at me. Looking at what I've done.
Do I know an Australian called JRPG? He was the first one who got hate when he criticized the remake when it came out. All Australians know each other. Actually, I don't know who that is, but you know what?
Good on him. But not fucking about. Let's do this.
We're in a poop chute, ladies and gentlemen. We're in a colon. And it's time to see where it leads. It's time to take responsibility, chat. Let's do this. You're missing an eye, mate, but I think there's a few back there. There's a few back there, mate. We'll just leave him to it. How's that sound?
Are you alive or are you dead? I don't know.
We've eaten your leg. Nope, still alive. God, that is just downright unsettling, isn't it? No, this is not the God Emperor of mankind. My God. He's a bit bigger than that. Alright, so it's on TV.
Tis old Mother Goose's birthday. We're giving her a party. A party, a party, a party for Mother Goose.
The baker man, he served the cake. It was a sight to see.
Take Coley's leg. Scared to turn around. Got any more legs? Oh my God! This is a horrible puzzle! This is horrible! Okay. Not even sure what it wants me to do. Okay. I'm trying Curly, but I don't know what I don't even know what the puzzle wants me to do. The valves affect the TV, you reckon? Let's put that to the test. Seems the same. Sneaky, thank you for the prime. Like, what even is this? Is it, I don't know what this is aiming at. You link up the TVs, okay. I'm trying. Oh, I see, that links into that. Is that... I do it? This is not a very intuitive puzzle here. No, I know it's turning these monitors, but I'm just like, oh, do I have to make a complete picture or something? Like, what is that? I don't know what this is in the top right. Okay. It's either linking to that one, or it's linking to nothing. The yellow lines. You want the yellow lines to line up. Okay. Just hold still, Curly. I'm working on it, mate. Oh God, I'm not the person you want to like help out with stuff like this. Like what am I looking at? Like, because I would assume it's like the red stuff I have to line up, but you actually can't link them up. Yellow things, it's like, well, that. What am I working with here? Red lines, but that's what I mean. Like that, you know, that there's no way that goes there to there. And this is irrelevant. This does nothing. That's a skull, I guess. Well, at least it's not like Onimusha, where you're on like a timer to do something like this, and if you don't get it right, then you have to start again like 20 minutes earlier and have to sit through all these cutscenes and shit. I gotta feed him things? Well, I got nothing to Oh, I can give him his own leg! Hey, Curly, come here. I got something for you. I've got... your leg! Oh, come on, mate! Here comes the aeroplane! Whee! Okay, alright, well, you know what, mate? Don't say I do nothing for you. Wow, that taught me absolutely nothing. Alright, so it's got to go through him. Oh, I see! We're arranging his stomach, his intestines. Oh, I understand. That also really gives me nothing to work with, but I mean, that, I guess? Maybe that? That could work. Yeah, let's try it again. Hold still. Oh, wait, hang on. Alright. I should be a doctor. What? Okay, maybe not. Hang on. Oh, let's just see. Where we? Let me just see. Where do we? How far did we get? That's something I'm gonna change. Don't worry, Curly, mate. I gotcha. See? There we go. Yeah, come here, mate. Here comes the jumbo jet. Oh, whoops. No. Okay, I've solved it. I've solved it! I've solved the puzzle! Behold, ladies and gentlemen, my 420 IQ. Alright, Curly, here you go, mate. I got a leg with your name on it. 'Cause it's yours. Alright. Welcome in, Mudpug. His pancreas must be working on overdrive. It's, yeah, it's something. License revoked, Pippa. So I solved it. See? I solved the problem. Help me. How awesome do I feel after that? I feel like a genius. Oh! Oh shit! That's me. I'm controlling him in the TV.
I want to go home. We are home. Why don't you finish what you started? Don't worry if anyone ever finds us. I'll still be playing the villain. You'll be the better man in the end, just like you wanted. I could have stopped it. I'm taking responsibility. No, we can both be heroes. We're a team, just you and me, like we used to be. What happened was an accident. We were trapped. I made a mistake, alright? I'm sorry. I'm fucking sorry, Carly. Take responsibility.
Okay, okay. All right. Ultrasound. Oh my god. Ace Currix, thank you for that 19 months. I'm washed. Fucking washed, mate. Okay. That's... Is that a dog? Everything reminds me of her. Sorry. Ah! Okay, alright. That was probably not the right time for that joke. Sorry.
All clean. Really gets rid of that bad taste in your mouth, eh?
Through wreckage.
Through silence.
Wash it away. All day, fire fresh. So, when they're talking about the baby thing, I'm just a bit, like, I'm a bit foggy on the details somewhat. It's Curly's baby or Jimmy's baby in Anya? I don't know. I've just kind of missed that. So, welcome in, Baseman. Tavelna, don't give me that face. That's a that's a short right there. Maybe it is. Jimmy's, okay. So, Jimmy, it's implied that Jimmy S.A.'d her.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's, not good. Let's do... Oh, here we go. Everything reminds me of her. Jesus, can't believe I'm doing that. An unplanned Jimmy's baby. Curly was trying to cover it up. Jimmy's been rustled. All right, cool. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, then let's. Thanks for correcting that, chat. Let's see how the story plays out. Berserker, welcome in. Oh my god! Okay. So that's a large horse creature we've got going on here.
Fuck. If only I could turn to Ifrit, then I might be able to beat that in some QTE cutscene battles.
Okay. Okay, so there's a mechanic to this. I'm just not quite sure what it is. It might not be like in the warehouse we had to stand still. This I'm not quite sure what it is. Yeah. Look, that was scary, man. He got me. He got me. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna take a piss real quick.
Got to change my pants.
But then we'll come back and we'll continue with that. I didn't think this game was gonna like be scary, but or like have jump scares, but it does. All right. Tell you what, I'll leave you guys in a tense situation and then I'll leave. Okay, then I'll go take a piss.
There. You can all look at that. I'll be right back.
I'm scared. Oh, jeez. All right, boys. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm fucking back. This game is extremely effective at atmosphere and its jump scares. And it doesn't feel cheap, its jump scares either. It feels like, I don't know, earned. These are organic. It's got its own identity. It's, good. Good game. I'd recommend this as an indie horror game with a psychological twist. So, alright. Right. Enough fucking about. Let's do this. Party? Damn straight I'm back. Let's go. Okay, so what's the mechanic? What is the mechanic here? Fuck. Peanut, thank you for the 48 months. Sorry, the 49 months. Thank you for the prime. I look 50. When did I sleep 8 hours? Just. Well, you know. It's not that I'm that old. Just I played a lot of Rebirth. Alright. That game would do this to you. Anyway, now let's get out of here. Let's go find this. Hear the babies in the rampage? Yeah, there's gotta be, it's gotta be a mechanic I just need to pick up on. Don't get mauled by the centipede. Okay, so don't do that. What is it? Yeah, I'm not 50. I've just been rebirthed. This way. Hello? Oh my god, help me. Okay, I'm not good at figuring out stuff like this, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Some things age you faster, bats. Yeah, well, I've had a lot of worry, mate. I've had a lot of worry. What is the trick here? Oh my god. Stacy Chuan! Thank you very much for that raideroo. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. Let me give a little warm welcome to the one and only Stacy RPG. Guys, she also knows her shit when it comes to anime, and she also knows that modern Final Fantasy sucks. Ladies and gentlemen, let's do this. In the last episode of Sebi Web's TV, Sebi was playing Mouthwashing, an indie horror game where we crashed a ship and then a guy got covered in bandages and we gave him painkillers, and now we're running away from a psychopathic horse baby. Then Stacy RPG dropped a massive raid into his channel, and now it's time to get down and dirty with his Academy Award-winning voice acting performance as he sees if he can overcome this challenge. A horror movie section, a horror game section whose mechanic he currently has not yet figured out. But now, it's time for him to get back into the game and stop doing the Dragon Ball recap, which he already did 2 hours ago. Will he thank Stacy RPG for the raid? He will. Will he finish mouthwashing today? Find out today, only on Sebi Web's TV. I could have done that better. But anyway. Sebi Web's TV! Mouthwashing continues! Thank you! Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for enjoying that. Thank you for enjoying that. Oh, fuck my OBS. Stacey, thank you for that raid. Survived the Twitter drama? Well, at the end of the day, Stacey, there were people saying like, oh my god, career over because people finally now know that he doesn't like FF7 Rebirth. It's like, mate, I was like, how did you not know? I've been extremely vocal about this for the last 6 months on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, pretty much in my stream ever since I streamed that game on launch. If they didn't know that, then they probably weren't watching me to begin with. So yeah. Alright. You learn that Stacey is from the UK? She is. She's British. So, anyway, no fucking about. You have an Oscar too, and a Grammy? Good. I hope E33 gets a Grammy, but sadly it might not. So, anyway, not fucking about. Let's continue, guys. Stacey, thank you again for that raid. Guys, chuck her a follow. She knows her shit when it comes to these games and anime, and she also does a lot of music reactions. Unfortunately, I'm not quite sure how to get past this part. Thor, welcome in your dog. Oh, confusing me with that? Yeah. Always add the disclaimer. Let's go. Sorry, if you're new to this game, you probably didn't know that was going to happen. But for those of you here, I've been watching the stream. That happens every time. The question is, how do I get... Ah! The question is, how do we get past that area? That's what I'm not quite sure what to do. Do I have to follow it? Because once it's activated, it starts hunting you. So yeah. Alright. If it looks around the corner, can you run straight? I don't know. Let's try. Let's figure it out. Oh! Blip, 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 blip. Up! That's not fair. Wait, did I do it? I did it! I did it! I saved the day! Oh my god. I guess you just gotta run through. I guess you just gotta run through. Holy god, this game. Let me out of here! God, sorry. Alright, let's continue. My God, help me. Interesting aesthetic idea, you know, this just like walking through clouds of ID cards. Harsh whiskey? No, I haven't had any whiskey today, Scott, but I might have some later on. Stop making fun of my Homer screams. Pony Express is dead, and so are you. Welcome in, Curly. How are ya? Guys, chuck her a follow. Curly is much nicer than the Curly in this game, I can tell you that. But yeah, Curly, this is horrifying. This is very unsettling. Shut up.
Collie tried his best. I did too, but he's the better man. I see that now. We can both still make it. I'll take care of him. I'm taking the responsibility. Carly, Captain, I'm so sorry. Yes. Yes, I'll do. I fucked up. But I can still make this right. Our worst moments don't make us.
Why indeed?
0 hours before judgment.
They asked you about this game, Curly? Yeah, oh my god. That's funny.
Where do I go with you? Go home.
Alright, I guess we're chucking him in.
Sorry, Carly. You're gonna be okay. You always had my back. I ended up hurting you, even though I was trying to save us. But now, you'll survive. It's like you said, together we can fix anything. I'm just proud I got to be your friend and co-pilot, Captain. No one can hurt you now. We fixed it. I fixed it.
Jesus!
Oh my god, this game.
Oh my god! Wow, that was incredibly messed up. And also really unique and yeah, intriguing. Okay, yeah. That's a good ending unlocked, guys. There you go. Wait till you see the bad ending. Yeah, holy shit. That was interesting idea. Trying to think of other games I've played that are like that. Nothing's really coming to mind. The whole thing of Curly and the bandages and stuff, that is an iconic image. Like, you see that, you think mouth-watching. Sorry, you think mouth-washing. It's kind of... yeah. So now I'm just cryo-sleeped, and I just... Curly survived, but at what cost? Yeah. Well, I mean, survives to 20 years. I mean, I could get found. I mean, I could get found. I mean, but would they even patch me up? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's just horribly mutilated and burned for the rest of his life. Is there any science tech to sort of fix a thing like that? Doesn't seem like there is. Otherwise, it might have been on the ship. Thank you for playing. Yes, well, thank you for that. Yeah, well, that was, ladies and gentlemen, that was Mouthwashing, performed by Sebi Webbs, Academy Award-winning streamer, with music performed by the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the playthrough. And if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment for those filthy algorithm points. Holy shit. Bravely default next. Oh god, give me a moment to decide. Thank you for the claps, chat. Thank you for the clappies. Thank you everyone for enjoying that. That was a really interesting story. Anya's voice is terrible given the tone of the game. Listen, Denicton, you guys all had the chance to get me to correct some of those voices, alright? You all had that chance and you did nothing, okay? You knew what this game was about. I blame you, alright? It's not my fault. It's your fault for not stopping me, okay? It's like in The Last King of Scotland, when James McAvoy says to Forrest Whitaker, he's like, you did not stop me. And he's like, no, I did, I told you not to do it. And he's like, but you did not persuade me, Nicholas. You did not persuade me. All right, that's what this feels like. All right, I'm Forrest Whitaker in this scenario, and you're James McAvoy, failing to prevent me from making a bad decision. So think about that. All right, that's a 2003 movie. Most of you probably haven't even seen it. So, Madoni Amia, welcome in, the legendary Sebi Webbs. Is there a worse ending? Yeah. So is that the only ending to this? I kind of like games to just have one ending for the most part, you know. I don't want to, like, replay that or reload anything. So, Hawksprue, good movie. It's a mad movie, isn't it? Yeah. You don't think Curly was trying to cover up what Jimmy did. He just told Jimmy that because he was going insane, when to calm things down before they got back from the trip. Yeah. There's just one ending? I hope so. I hope so. Right. Alright, that's it. That's it, I guess. Let's put some music on. Let's decide on the next game. Madonna, you've been saying fuck like Clive ever since you've been watching my FF16 video. Oh my god. Yeah, it's funny. I did get a lot of comments saying like, now I know where I'm Clive. Fuck. Comes from. It's like, okay, now I get it. It's from FF16. So, what am I doing on my channel, Chat Oaks? I am streaming. That tends to be something one does on their own channel. Kung Fu Hustle clips for 6 hours? Oh my god. Is James McAvoy the best Scottish actor or Mel Gibson? Mel Gibson is the greatest Scottish actor of all time, alright? I've only seen Braveheart, but he's pretty good in that. So, poll for the next game. Let me think. Detroit Become Human could be interesting. One thing I want to do that's coming out... This is so dumb, chat. I'll show you a trailer for a game that's coming out, and I was considering streaming this. Oh, this is so dumb. Jeebus. Where's the full trailer? I think here it is. No, just give me the trailer. Oh, fuck it. We'll just go to Steam, alright? Steam has it. Let's get out of here. Hold the line, chat. Love isn't always on time. This game is such a meme. I remember when the first game took over Twitch by storm. I have a full playthrough of the first game on my VODs channel, if you guys want to see that. So, God, adoy. A heart-pounding new chapter. Jesus. Fuck, that's really loud. Oh my God, how is Gran so hot? Do you want dating advice with Sebi Webbs?
I'll show you how to pull the birds, alright?
Sit back and watch the master at work. Oh my God. This game is so unbelievably stupid. I played the first one, and yes, you were damn straight I made all the worst decisions possible. The problem is, you can't finish the game unless you make the right ones, so I had to go back in time and redo them so I could progress the story. So, please tell me you're trolling. Look, it's a funny, like, joke game. It's funny for, like, a one-off stream. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Truly a work of art. Dub every actress? Oh, God help me. Chat's holding the line of, oh no. Octopath 2? That's a very long game, man. That's a very long game. Your friend is working out his chest so he can do a Clive cosplay. Oh, God help me. I mean, Clive is a very impressive chest, I'll say that. Vagrant Story I hear is really good, but... I don't have a... It's not on Steam, sadly. So, also, I'm just going to timestamp the end of Mouthwashing. I think we can, at the very least. I'll put that on the VODs channel. Maybe it can be trimmed into an easy YouTube video. There we go. Look outside could be a cool idea. Yeah. Maybe look outside. I'm trying to think of what other game I might want to stream. I'll have to... YouTube's really annoying. I don't know if I'm going to have to end the whole stream and restart, or if I have to simply end the YouTube... Let me see, maybe I can just end the YouTube stream. Or change its... I can probably change it through Restream, maybe. And then I can start a new one, give it a new thumbnail. YouTube streaming's very annoying in the sense that I can't change the thumbnail mid-stream. Yeah. Look outside seems really good. You know what, maybe let's do that. How do you guys feel? How about we do look outside? I've been wanting to do that for a bit. Just give me 1 second, chat. Let me figure out how to... just end this YouTube stream and then restart it. Just let me figure this shit out. Okay, I think I know what to do. Which stream do we have going right now? Okay. How do I get in here? Edit event. Bam.